What if the reason you feel tired, bloated, anxious, or just off most of the time has nothing to do with your sleep, your stress, or your schedule, and everything to do with one organ most people never think about: your gut? Right now, inside your digestive system, there are trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms working around the clock to keep you healthy. Scientists call this the gut microbiome, and research is showing that it does far more than just digest your food. It influences your immune system, your mood, your energy levels, and even the way your brain functions. But here is the part that surprises most people. The average modern diet is quietly destroying this system every single day, and most people have no idea it is happening. The bloating you brush off after meals, the brain fog that never quite lifts, the low energy you have accepted as normal, those are not just random inconveniences. They are your gut sending you a message. The good news is that your gut has a remarkable ability to heal itself, and the right foods can accelerate that process in ways that most people have never heard about. Today, we are going to walk through 5 specific foods that have been shown to naturally repair your gut, restore microbial balance, and help your entire body function the way it was designed to. And make sure you stay until the end, because the 5th food is the one that almost nobody talks about, and it might be the most powerful one of all. Before we dive in, let us take a moment to understand what a damaged gut actually looks like. When your gut microbiome is out of balance, the bad bacteria start to outnumber the good ones. This creates a cascade of problems. Your intestinal lining, which is only 1 cell thick in some places, begins to weaken. Inflammation builds up. Nutrients are not absorbed properly, and toxins that should be filtered out start leaking into your bloodstream. This condition, often referred to as increased gut permeability, has been linked to everything from irritable bowel syndrome and autoimmune diseases to anxiety, depression, and chronic fatigue. The encouraging thing is that targeted nutrition can begin to reverse this damage relatively quickly. So let us get into the 5 foods that can genuinely make a difference. The first food is yogurt, and not just any yogurt. We are talking specifically about plain unsweetened yogurt that contains live and active cultures. Yogurt is one of the most accessible and well-researched probiotic foods on the planet. Probiotics are live bacteria that, when consumed in adequate amounts, take up residence in your gut and actively compete against harmful microorganisms. The strains found in quality yogurt, particularly Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium, have been shown to reduce bloating, ease digestive discomfort, and help restore the diversity of the gut microbiome after it has been disrupted by antibiotics, poor diet, or stress. What most people do not realize is that the flavored yogurts lining grocery store shelves are loaded with added sugars, and sugar is essentially fuel for the bad bacteria you are trying to get rid of. So when you reach for yogurt, go plain. Add your own fruit or a small drizzle of honey if you need it. Your gut will thank you. The difference between a gut-healing food and a gut-damaging one can sometimes come down to a single ingredient on the label. The second food is something a lot of people overlook entirely, and that is garlic. Yes, the humble garlic clove is one of the most powerful prebiotic foods available to us. And here is where things get interesting, because most people confuse probiotics and prebiotics, and they are actually very different things. While probiotics are the live bacteria themselves, prebiotics are the food that those bacteria need in order to survive and thrive. Garlic contains high levels of inulin and fructooligosaccharides, both of which are types of indigestible fiber that pass through your digestive system untouched until they reach your large intestine, where your good gut bacteria ferment them and use them as fuel. This process encourages the growth of beneficial species like Bifidobacterium, while simultaneously suppressing the growth of harmful bacteria. Garlic also has powerful antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce gut inflammation, directly. Raw garlic tends to be more potent in terms of its prebiotic content, but even cooked garlic offers significant benefits. Adding a few cloves to your meals every day is a simple, inexpensive, and incredibly effective way to begin repairing your gut from the inside out. Now, if you are finding this information useful and you want to give your gut health an extra boost beyond just food, check the link in the pinned comment below. There is a product specifically designed to support gut repair and digestive balance naturally, and it might be exactly what you have been looking for. Thousands of people have found it helpful, and it pairs really well with the dietary changes we are talking about today. Now back to the list, because the next food is one that a lot of people either love or have never tried, but the science behind it is undeniable. The third food is kimchi. If you are not familiar with it, kimchi is a traditional Korean dish made from fermented vegetables, most commonly cabbage and radishes, seasoned with spices and left to ferment over time. The fermentation process creates an extraordinary concentration of beneficial live bacteria, making kimchi one of the most probiotic-dense foods in the world. But kimchi does not stop at probiotics. It is also rich in dietary fiber, which feeds your existing gut bacteria, and it contains powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress in the gut lining. Studies have shown that regular consumption of fermented foods like kimchi can dramatically increase the diversity of the gut microbiome, and diversity is the key metric when it comes to gut health. The more varied your microbial population, the more resilient your gut becomes. If kimchi sounds too adventurous, sauerkraut works in a very similar way and has a milder flavor. Both are fermented cabbage products, and both deliver remarkable benefits for gut repair. Start with small amounts if you are new to fermented foods, because introducing them too quickly can sometimes cause temporary bloating as your microbiome adjusts. The fourth food is ginger, and this one has been used for thousands of years across multiple cultures as a remedy for digestive issues, and modern science is now confirming why. Ginger contains a group of bioactive compounds called gingerols and shogaols that have potent anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effects on the digestive tract. Research has shown that ginger helps to calm the smooth muscle of the intestinal walls, which relieves cramping, nausea, and bloating. It also stimulates the production of digestive enzymes and increases the motility of the gut, meaning it helps food move through your digestive system more efficiently and prevents the kind of stagnation that allows harmful bacteria to multiply. Perhaps most importantly, ginger has been shown to reduce intestinal inflammation, which is one of the root causes of gut damage. Whether you add fresh ginger to smoothies, brew it as a tea, or incorporate it into cooking, this root is one of the most versatile and effective gut-healing foods available, and it works relatively fast. Many people notice a reduction in bloating and digestive discomfort within just a few days of incorporating ginger into their daily routine. But as powerful as these four foods are, nothing quite prepares you for what comes next. The fifth food is bone broth, and this is the one that often surprises people the most because it does something that none of the other foods on this list can do. While probiotics and prebiotics work on the microbial ecosystem of your gut, bone broth works directly on the physical structure of your gut lining itself. Bone broth is made by simmering animal bones and connective tissue for an extended period of time, which releases an incredibly rich concentration of collagen, gelatin, and amino acids, particularly glutamine and glycine. Glutamine is considered the primary fuel source for the cells that line your intestinal wall, and studies have shown that it plays a critical role in maintaining the integrity of the gut barrier, the thin layer of cells that controls what passes from your gut into your bloodstream. When this barrier is compromised, you get the increased permeability we talked about earlier. Glutamine from bone broth helps seal those gaps, reduce inflammation, and support the regeneration of healthy intestinal cells. Gelatin, another component of bone broth, acts as a kind of protective coating in the digestive tract, soothing irritated tissues and supporting smooth digestion. If you are dealing with significant digestive issues, bloating, food sensitivities, or any of the chronic symptoms associated with gut damage, bone broth is arguably the single most targeted food you can add to your routine. A cup per day, especially on an empty stomach in the morning, can begin to produce noticeable improvements within a matter of weeks. So let us bring it all together. Your gut is not just a digestive organ. It is the foundation of your overall health, influencing everything from your immunity to your mental well-being. The damage that accumulates from years of processed foods, stress, and poor dietary habits is real, but so is your body's ability to repair itself when given the right tools. Yogurt restores beneficial bacteria. Garlic feeds and fuels those bacteria. Kimchi floods your system with microbial diversity. Ginger calms inflammation and supports efficient digestion. And bone broth rebuilds and seals the gut lining at its most fundamental level. Together, these 5 foods create a comprehensive approach to gut healing that works with your body's own biology. You do not need to add all 5 at once. Start with 1 or 2 that feel manageable and build from there. Consistency matters far more than perfection, and if you want to accelerate your results even further, do not forget to check the link in the pinned comment below. There is a natural product there specifically formulated to support gut health and digestive repair, and it complements everything we covered in this video perfectly. Your gut has been waiting for this. Give it what it needs, and the rest of your health will follow.